take a look at the definition of a function and how it plays out when looking at graphs. Because a graph is another way to show a relationship, right? So here we go. I got a graph on the left and a graph on the right. Two different graphs. One of them is a function, one of them is not. We're going to look at the definition, how it applies. So if you remember, the definition of a function is for every input value x, there is only one output value y that we get back. All right, so let's take a look at this one on the left here. I got a nice kind of wavy line got on my coordinate plane here, so I could pick a few points. Roughly, right there, I would probably say that point is 2, 1. There's a point over here, that's -5 and -5. But I have lots of points, right? That's what a graph is showing, lots of points, and that's a line. A line represents all the possible points. But what I want to know is for every input, is there only one output value? Well, the easiest way to actually tell on a graph is the vertical line test. So the vertical line test says if you draw a vertical line straight up and down at any point on the graph, if it only will ever cross once, then it's a function. So let's draw a bunch of vertical lines here. There's one. I could draw one. I could draw a bunch of vertical lines. And let's see, do we ever see that crossing more than once? Well, we see it crossing only one time there, only crosses once there, only one time there, only one time there. If I kept on drawing vertical lines, it would only cross one time. The reason why it works is because every vertical line represents an x value. So right here we have an x value of right about -4. And we can see that that x value of -4 has only one y value at about -3. There's only one x value right here. It's about -2 for that line. An x value of about 1 for that line. An x value of about 3 for that line. So when we draw the vertical line, we're testing out specific x values and seeing is there only one value for y or are there multiple values for y. And we can see that since it only crosses once, there's only one value for y that we get back for that particular x value. So this is a function. And again, use that vertical line test if you have a graph as a quick way to tell if it's a function or not. All right, let's take a look at this other one. So here, it's not a wavy line, it's dots, so it's what we call a discontinuous graph. So it's not connected, but I can still look at them as points here. Right there is x value of 4 over there, and I get a y value of 5. Down here for this one, we have an x value of 0 and a y value of -3. So it's a relationship, right? These points are all some sort of relationship. They're just not connected with a nice line. But let's see if it's a function or not. So I'm going to do my vertical line test. And let's test out some points. I'm going to test out at 3. It only crosses one time there. But let's test out at 1. Ooh, it looks like it crosses twice at that point, huh? Let's check out -1. There's another place where it crosses twice. So on this particular function, I drew a vertical line here, and for an x value of 1, I can see that it crossed for a y value of 2, and for an x value of 1, I had a y value of -4. Well, since the line crosses twice at 2 points, that's 2 different outputs, 2 and -4. There's another one where it crosses twice. Right there and there, right? If x is -1, we see that I get an output of 0. And if x is -1, I get an output of -2. So again, clearly this is not a function because a function has to satisfy for every input value x, there's only one output value I get back for y. So there's graphically how we can tell if we're working with functions or not. Use that vertical line test and see, does it cross twice more times? If so, that means there are multiple outputs for that x value.